Hello guys, welcome back to my lessons. Well, today we're doing questions under the topic of reproduction in vertebrates. So let's look at the first set of questions. It says read the extract below. The bluefin tuna, the great white shark, and the bottlenose dolphin are three aquatic species that are found in the Indian Ocean. So an adult bluefin tuna releases up to 540 million eggs into the water annually. So by reading this statement, we can know that the type of fertilization and the species is external fertilization. While the great white shark female produces 2 to 12 offspring through ovovivipary every 2 years. We know that the type of fertilization in ovovivipary is internal fertilization. A bottlenose dolphin female, being a mammal, is viviparous and produces one offspring every 2 to 3 years. We know that the type of fertilization in viviparous is internal fertilization. So the first question says, name the type of fertilization that takes place in the bottlenose dolphin. So let's go back to the extract and look at a bottlenose dolphin. They say that it's a female, being a mammal, is viviparous and produces one offspring every 2 to 3 years. So we know that the fertilization in viviparous is internal fertilization. So the answer is internal fertilization. Let's look at the next question. Explain how two of the reproductive strategies of the great white shark increases its reproductive success. Let's go back to the extract. The great white shark female produces 2 to 12 offspring through ovovivipary every 2 years. So ovovivipary, eggs are retained inside the female body where they are protected until the young ones are able to live outside the female's body. So there's also internal fertilization, which increases the chances of fertilization. So let's look at the last question. They say, explain one reason why the bluefin tuna releases a large number of eggs. So let's look at an adult bluefin tuna releases up to 540 million eggs into the water annually. That is too much. And why is it doing this? To increase the chances of fertilization or the survival of the eggs or number of offspring, as eggs may be lost to predators, environmental factors, etc. And since there is external fertilization, it needs so many eggs. So let's look at the next set of questions. We have the diagram below show the internal structures of an amniotic egg after fertilization, as well as the chick that hatched from the egg. So once you see an egg, you should know that the type of the reproductive strategy is oviparity or ovipary. So now let's look at this diagram. But the question says, name the type of fertilization that has taken place. You know that the type of fertilization in oviparity is internal fertilization. And after that, the eggs are laid. They say state the type of reproductive strategy which is shown by the development of an embryo within an amniotic egg. I told you if you see an amniotic egg, you should know that the reproductive strategy is oviparity or ovipary. Identify the type of the development that the hatched chick shows. So we have two types of developments. We have a precocial, we also have altricial, whereby altricial is when the offspring cannot walk, they cannot see. Well, in precocial is when the offsprings can see and they are able to walk. So if you look at this hatched chick, it cannot walk and the eyes are closed. So this type of development is altricial. Let's look at the next question. It says, give two functions of amniotic fluid. It protects the fetus against shock. It keeps the fetus moist. So let's look at the last question. It says, explain the size of the yolk sac. how it affects the development of the chick in the diagram. So the yolk sac was smaller, therefore the chick received less nutrients in the form of yolk. The chick, it is less developed and underdeveloped. The eyes are closed, has only down feathers, has no feathers, cannot walk. It shows artificial development. So let's look at the last set of questions. They say, read the extract below. The reproduction in guppy fish. Guppy fish have a very interesting method of breeding. During mating, the male deposits packets of sperm inside the female's body, reproductive opening using an organ called gonopodium. The process takes place several times and the female stores some of the extra sperm. The fertilized eggs remain in the female's body until they hatch. So if you hear this, until they hatch inside the female's body, it means we're talking about ovovivipary as a reproductive strategy here. And the young are born live. The gestation period is usually between 22 and 28 days. So let's look at the question. They say, name the type of fertilization in guppies. We know that the reproductive strategy is ovovivipary and the fertilization is internal fertilization. Now they say, explain 2 ways in which the type of fertilization named in the previous question increases reproductive success. Sperm are deposited inside the female body, thereby increasing the chances of fertilization. Gametes or zygotes are inside the body, therefore they are protected from the predators or environmental dangers. Let's look at the last question. Why are guppies regarded as being ovoviviparous? The answer is that the egg hatch inside the female body and the young are born live. Thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget, I'm also doing private lessons. Please contact me on 071 22 38 790. Thank you.